actually started over 20 years ago. And it was, in a way, an accident because as a student, we wanted to build something in a project, which was a programming course. I was studying computer science and math, and we decided to solve a public transportation routing problem, like how do you get from point A to point B, what Google Maps does for you today. We did this as students. We were in third year, computer science and math students, and we decided to see if we can get some real data to test the solution as well. We got real data from Tartu as a city, and we built something which actually solved this kind of a routing problem in public transportation system. And then we also decided to build something around it in a way that people could use it. And our first client was Tartu City in Estonia. This was year 2000. Software engineering and building digital products somehow. It's very simple. It's creating new things. You can use technology to make life better around you, or you can make things more efficient, somebody's work more enjoyable, or you can build new things using technology, and after you have built them, you have created something which was not there before. Right now I'm working on a company called 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝘁, and we are a company which will make cancer diagnostic workflows in radiology or in clinical imaging much more effective. And we do that by building these kind of intelligent tools that help radiologists who diagnose cancer on images to make their work more pleasant, faster and more accurate. And we basically build AI models to detect, measure and classify nodules or cancer tumors. Somehow 6 different founders of Estonian startups, including me, one day sat together and discussed that this kind of hackathons should also happen here in Estonia. It's part like education, just cool if you think about it, to build new prototypes. In Western countries already some hackathons had happened, and we wanted to do something like this, but we want to do it better. We realized that these kind of hackathons should be like an exercise or a small simulation of a startup where people are not only soldering and people are only not talking about business ideas, but rather they come together, form a cross-functional team, a multifunctional team, where they create some business idea, and we don't want to see any PowerPoint slides, but actual working prototype by the end of the hackathon. 𝗔𝗯ance was not the only organization or thing happening in Estonia which helped to build the Estonian ecosystem. I think there were a couple of things, like for example Skype as a company, as a first unicorn in Estonia, or Playtech in Tartu at roughly around 2005, and already some of the startups who were there, which showed people that to do a technology startup, which is going through a potentially hyper growth and can earn insane margins as a business, is a great idea how to apply your abilities and energy. 𝗔𝗯ance did is that we as founders of different startups, like founding this kind of non-profit organization, I think what we did is that we were really a tool to popularize and introduce the idea of a startup to a lot of people, and also bring this kind of Silicon Valley type of mentality to people who had never seen it. So this kind of like, let's kick ass, let's do some stuff, let's get things done, and maybe having less talk and more action type of attitudes. I think we have had this kind of like a popularization impact of startup culture and also the way of thinking in the country. So the first main problem is the ecosystem is very small and we don't have enough people. You can imagine that the country of 1.3 million only, we are like a tiny country. And we need to, in a way, import more people with an amazing talent to actually be able to build all the startups we want to build. The second problem might be that although it's like pretty good already, that we have a lot of investments, and then per capita Estonia has the biggest amount of investments in the world. And I still say that, to be honest, I don't think that the Estonian startup ecosystem has much problems actually. Everything is really awesome. What kind of potential does the idea have? Is this just a problem in one village or one city or one country, or is it a global problem? Can this be, I don't know, repeated? Let's say if you have even gotten some traction or success in your home market, that can you repeat it somewhere else? Does it actually work somewhere else? Then this is something I would say definitely I've been looking after, but everything else as well. Is the idea good? Does it actually seem to solve a problem? What kind of proof there is that it actually solves the problem? Is there a potential way of making money of the idea, because you need to have a sustainable model to actually run your business, which is called business model. I'll be looking at these things mostly. There are several things which contribute to startup success, and it might be that you actually nail those things and something else becomes completely deadly for you. So you never know, because the risk is very high always when you start something new, and especially if you start doing something which is technology heavy and maybe wants to change a type of industry. That said, you should definitely validate your idea first. That is there a problem, and does your solution actually fit the problem? So you should start at the problem. Then you should get from a problem solution fit to product market fit through paying customers. So this is super important. Obviously, of course, you can't do this at all without a great team. So having this kind of a strong co-founder team, maybe the best players in the world, is super crucial. And then I think one thing what we have seen from Estonia is that since day one, start thinking on a global market, not on your home market only. Meaning that this forces us to build global companies from day one. So you should really think about that, not to stick in Armenia, but to do something which obviously helps Armenia, but also works somewhere else, works in Europe, in US, maybe Africa, maybe Asia, maybe somewhere else.